last post for work because I didn't put any of this into later to auto post for me. We got some Christmas panels in today. Super excited about that.
But Hobby Lobby's amazing right now with
I
fall
bet.
and Christmas stuff, and I haven't. Dean and I went to the city for the first time since, like, I went in March to visit my parents, and then he went with me when my, nieces came. That was the only 2 times we have been that way since March.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We haven't even been to Norman or anything.
We've had to go to get stuff for the bathroom when the handle fell off the shower. So we went to a couple places, and I've been to a meeting in Moore.
Yeah.
And then we had to go to Oklahoma City. No, I went to Oklahoma City on my own. And that's it. It's all discombobulated.
Yeah.
But I'm posted and my alarm's turned off, so
Sweet.
we are good to go.
Okay.
Welcome to the Andrea and Stacy show.
I'm Andrea.
I'm Stacy.
This is my microphone. It's just going to be dangling here today.
No.
We haven't figured out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we care.
It's new every day.
Yeah, it's like we've never seen them.
Look, Sophia's backlit. Like the sun.
Is. I hear
That's
the music.
funny. Give her a spotlight appearance so she doesn't feel like I can't.
There you go.
There's Sophia. Just as amazing as always.
Yes.
Okay.
Whew, I put no product in my hair today because I felt like it was going to be one of those.
It's cute.
Those days.
Yeah. The humidity just dissolves it and
Yep.
it evaporates into the ozone.
Yes. On the
pointless.
way here, on the radio, I didn't connect my phone, and there's, the National News Service broke in, telling people to get, away from their windows and stuff because of a severe thunderstorm, like Blaine County. Is it Kingfisher, Blaine?
Okay.
Yeah, so
Wow.
I haven't looked to see, but it did. The temperature changed, and then at least downtown, it got really dark. Like,
wow.
Weird dark. Not like there's a storm outside, just like the whole sky's covered, but you still see blue and clouds.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah. It's like a weird filtered light.
Yeah.
I've been enjoying the little pop-up showers we've had and stuff.
Me too.
I think it's really, that's one thing I did notice when we drove to Oklahoma City the other day. Everything was still green.
Yes.
Very rare
Very
for
rare.
this.
It's usually
Brown and ugly.
hard.
And then you go down to Texas and it's green and you remember what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah. It's been nice.
Yeah. So I think it's getting back to what's going to be our normal.
Yeah.
And I'm going to enjoy every minute of it. And, man, I've just been shutting the world out lately.
Me too.
Like the last few days, it's just all about me and my own. It has not been about anything else.
I did have Netflix on because I was sewing, but I post to social media, but I don't read unless there's a comment on my thing. I don't
respond.
Yeah, I don't look at social media. I deleted TikTok 3-4 weeks now.
I finally deleted that too.
That was bad.
Not from a conspiracy thing.
No.
I think it was brainwashing me. That's just my own conspiracy. I've never been that addicted to anything.
Yeah, it sucked my life.
Weird.
If I came home after work just to relax, normally I'll sit down for like 20 minutes and, get a thing of water or something, sit down before I start any projects. And I would sit down and do TikTok, and like an hour would go by. Wow. And I have no idea.
I'm telling you, if we could go back to real telephones, like telephones where people didn't call your phone 24/7 to make it ring.
Yeah.
Like all that. That's what ruined telephones.
Yeah.
No laws against like that telemarketing. I think any business, international or like domestic, should have been heavily fined if they used the telephone system to market.
I probably get on average at least five calls a day that it says spam risk on it. Not even, that's not counting the numbers
Tired of it.
that I don't recognize from like Utah, Texas, and I'm always worried that it's family in Texas, but I figure they'll leave a message so I don't answer.
I know.
And then this weekend, Turner's
even the
Amazon,
Chickasha numbers aren't safe.
no, they're not. his Amazon account got hacked for $55 and something, but Amazon caught it. They sent an email, well, the purchase email, then the email saying we think this was fraudulent, blah blah blah. And then I looked at my email because of that, and I had an Uber charge for $22, and I couldn't even log. I had to download the app because I've never even used Uber. I've set it up because we thought we were going to use it in California, but we ended up renting a car instead. And I never used it, but I did go ahead and have it set up.
Yeah.
I deleted the app after that vacation a year ago, and there was a charge. There's no Uber service in Chickasha.
No.
So you can't use Uber here anyway. $22 pending, and then I called him, and the guy was really nice and had an Italian accent. It was very cool to hear that, and a deep man voice. Anyway, he canceled my card, gonna send a new one out, be here like 3 days, whatever. And I checked my email again to make sure all those emails came in, and I had another hit for $44, and that was an hour's time. So I finally was able, I couldn't get into Uber on their .com or their app. And then finally, when I was able to get in, I changed my password first. Then I went in and deleted my account since I don't need it anyway. But I thought, holy smoke. See, it was both of us in the same day. So I did post, check your stuff. Because it's the week. Who checks their email on the weekend?
I did. I saw your Facebook posts, and I logged onto the Amazon account, which is Dean's.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh no, here's a fraudulent purchase, and it was going to be delivered tomorrow, but in fact, no, it wasn't. Dean did order a 50-count case of Amish-made hand soap, or not hand soap, bar soap.
50 count. Is that everyone's Christmas
He goes
gift?
to like 2-3 bars a week, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Oh.
Oh, my goodness.
Nope, that was really ours.
I look
It
back at
arrived
mine.
today. They were pretty small bars.
Oh,
They
yeah.
weren't like,
the regular size.
one you pay like $5 or $6
Yeah.
for. They were small, so I think they kind of dissolve rather quickly. And there's a pop-up on the computer screen
I was
now.
Thinking, there we go. Today was the first day since I've been back to work that we all got to sit down and have lunch.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't a solid hour like we
Wow.
usually get.
That shop hop has been like destroying you guys.
Yes. We have, what was it, 637 people in 4 weeks that signed up for the giveaway. Okay, have I talked about this? How we kind of know the numbers of people that come through the door is there's a crystal bowl that people put their slip in for the drawing that we're doing during the shop hop, and only shop hop people can do that. And that's the number for the first day.
Okay.
First month. So that excludes if you and I go and you're not shop hopping and you don't fill one out. That excludes all of our regular customers who maybe shop top the first day, but now they're just shopping and bringing
Doing their
quilts
normal
in.
stuff, yeah.
So I know, I would say safely we had 1,300 people come through the door in the first month of shop hop.
Wow.
And we're 2 weeks from finishing.
Wow.
Yeah, we've outsold our kits, everything. So we cut more, like every couple days because we don't want a bunch of those left over. But Saturday, 2 people came in and bought over $500 worth of fabrics.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're thinking they're going to get what they can get while they can get it, or
I think that's
are
part
they
of
just
it.
normal like
No,
quilters?
they're normal quilters, but they're not normal customers.
Okay.
So I don't know.
They have something in mind.
Well, that's enough fabric to make several quilts. So I don't know what they're.
Maybe they're those people that I envy that can coordinate their homes.
Yeah.
the placemats on the table match the curtains in every room.
Their particular situation has more to do with they don't live around here, so they came to check the shop out, and I don't think they were shop hoppers. I don't remember. Yeah. And so they took advantage of it while they were here.
And if stuff's on sale right now,
yes.
Shoot, and they needed that much fabric.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people also, the side sale for us is a lot of people are making masks. So they come in and buy the clearance fabric, 30% off, $4 a yard are the two clearances we have going. And you only need, like, for a man's mask, 13 by 7 for a big head, I guess. They call it a men's mask, but
Dean has a big head.
Turner has a big head.
Maybe I need to make him one.
Yeah. In fact, Turner just got told today he has to wear a mask at work. So I'm going to cheat a little bit, and I'm going to buy the fabric, and I want to make the one that covers not this one. I want the one that comes down like this, so his glasses is set on. Maybe it won't fog up. And people are putting pipe cleaners in them because they can't get those little things anymore.
Well, I think pipe cleaner would be better.
Yeah, it's softer.
And round. Those other things are flat.
Yes. So it'll, he can form it to his nose. I'm going to see. I'll make 2, but I'm not going to do, a lot of people do the outside layer and inside layer and then batting in the middle. I'm just going to do the outside layer and see how bad that seam is. And if that seems bad, I may just put a strip of fabric right there so it doesn't rub your nose and stuff. Or I may find the thinnest fabric we have at the shop to do that inside layer with. Because really, it's just the guise of having a mask.
Yeah. They don't, I mean...
And then if that doesn't work with that design, I can do the straight one. And just cut a bandana in half. That's the thinnest fabric I can think of. And that even if it's gathered a little bit, it will be easy to breathe through. Because he works in a kitchen, and it's extremely hot. He comes pouring sweat, his shirt soaked already. That's without a mask. So, I don't know.
If they can just, like, keep it around their neck, and then if the health department comes through or whatever, you just pop it on.
I think it's the owner's decision. So, I don't think that's going to be the case. But we'll see. Whatever he has to do. But I plan on trying to make him some cool ones because they'll have to be washed. I mean, you should wash your mask after every use, just to put that out there, not just every day. But his, with the grease and everything, in sweat, he may have to go through 2-3 masks in a shift. Yeah. And he works a split, so he'll have one for the morning, one for the night at a bare minimum.
That's so dumb.
Yeah, so we'll see. Because disposable will just be too expensive over time.
The World Health Organization is finally coming around to hinting at or acknowledging that it's airborne, which means it's non-containable.
Yeah.
But it couldn't hurt to wear a mask.
Oh my goodness.
Let's all admit it, people. It's all a sham.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. It's ridiculous. I've got thread all over me. I don't know.
I'm going to buy my own town and make myself the mayor.
I'll vote for you. There was a town in Texas for sale. It was actually a ranch, the King Ranch.
We should buy cement.
A few years ago, and it comes with its own town named Electra. That's the guy that owned the ranch's daughter's name. And so the town popped up.
Named your daughter Electra.
Yeah, pretty sure. So you got the
really
town.
Bad years in the early 90s.
Yes, it's thousands of acres. You get the town, the ranch, like all this stuff.
I don't know where this knowledge comes from, and I might be making it up. Like, to be a township, you have to have so many residents initially.
Oh, okay.
And then you file for a township. And then to have a post office, that has to, and to qualify for your own zip code or something like that, your own postal code, you have to have so many more, like landmass and residents.
Okay.
And then the United States Post Office would actually put a post office in that area. That's how a lot of little places like Ninnekah and stuff like that have post office.
Oh, okay.
So
My favorite one is the trailer in Maysville. You're going to Lindsay.
Yeah.
And it's like it's probably
Bray.
Bray. It's probably
or Bradley. Which one is that?
Bray. Don't get me to lying.
One of those two.
I think it's Bray.
Bray.
It's probably a modular, you know, home more than a trailer, but it's long and skinny like a trailer. Allison's thing is to take pictures of post offices every town we go through. And so you see some really interesting setups, old cool ones all the way to modern looking.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, and then so when you have your post office, you're technically a city. So then you can qualify for municipality as far as like water and electricity and different things like that, and so you build up from there. It's interesting how it all works.
Sounds like I wouldn't want any part of having to build a town.
I would mess it up so bad.
I would like, you know how Duncan has the streets that are alphabet letters, like Street A, Street B? I would mix those all up, so it makes no sense.
A, D, P, S,
yes.
Q, R,
yeah.
N, O, yeah.
And then, like, just pull them out of a hat. And I think, I could be wrong, but I think Duncan had, like, when they ran out of that alphabet, I want to say Granny had a house on Street BB. I think they repeated. I could be wrong on that, but I really feel like she had a rent house, a property she owned, and they just like started the alphabet over. But
I like the towns that name them after trees. I like that. I don't like Chickasha has the states.
Yeah, I don't like that. And I don't care for the ones named after people.
No.
If it's around the high school, it's a baseball park, and there was a coach that coached there for 50 years, you might could get away with it. Or Ada Sipuel, you know, if there's I don't know. I still don't care for it.
I don't like it when the stuff's named after people. Bridges.
Yeah.
Highways. Those memorial things. I don't like that. Now, if the person donated the money for it, sure.
Yeah.
Name it after yourself. But I don't like dedicating things to people. That's why I don't care if all the statues disappear.
Yeah, I don't care about that either. Yeah, I could get really creative with some street names.
It would be fun.
Midnight Vibes. Be the street I live on.
Midnight Road. Dia del Norte.
There would be one that just be shorthand for what? It's just a little.
Luna Avenue.
I think every road would make a sentence if I owned a town. What is your problem? Question mark.
Please don't stop. Keep driving.
You don't look familiar. Familiar would be broke up over several signs. Familiar.
Now we're breaking it down by syllables. It'd be great.
Oh.
Colors.
Anything. I started Quilt, what I call my fraternal twins. And I think I'm going to name them Steve and Forgotten after the two kittens for a couple reasons.
They put a lot of work into it.
They do. And then
a little DNA left behind.
Yes. Yes. I have the lint roller right there. I lint roll more than I sew. The center of the square is, I made them 6 inches. I need 42 blocks to make one. So I cut 42 6-inch squares out, and I was using a long skinny ruler, and I have a small square. I was like, well, why? Because the cat was laying there, and it kept hitting him. I was like, I can just use this 10-inch square and cut 6-inch squares out of that. I got all the strips cut, and then, you know, you cut it this way to make 6-inch squares. So I cut it that way, and I'm looking at them, And they just didn't look right to me, but I cut them 5.5 one way and 6 the other. So that's the one I'm gonna call Forgotten. So I'm debating on if I have 42 blocks of the other one I can make first. If I'm gonna cut it down to be a square, because they're supposed to be twins but opposite sort of. If I want to cut it down to 5.5 inches, that means a lot more sewing for me. Or if I want to leave it at 6 and 5 and just hope for the best. So I'm still debating that. Cutting a half inch off of stuff is annoying to me. Yeah. Because you have to make sure.
It can't just be stack it and go at that point because it could shift.
Yeah, I can only cut like 2 at a time. Yeah. But it's looking cool.
I bet it looks awesome.
Yeah. I finished one. You know the wall art thing that I made where I cut all the fabric crazy and then sewed it together, made my own fabric? That's basically what this is.
That'll be awesome.
With a square in the middle. And some of them still look kind of like a square, but if you end a piece here and end a piece here, you can't really finish it because it's supposed to be all chaotic. So you'll run a piece candy cornered, so the corners of some of them or all the corners will be cut off. So it's not going to be a set square. It's just going to be a place for your eye to stop when it's done.
That would be cool.
I have several that are just like half an inch from being big enough. You got to make them too big and then cut them down. So
cannot wait to see.
Yeah. While we're talking about quilts, I was going to see what you thought of. I'm trying to find something I want to do for Kimber. This is a kit at work. It's a really simple quilt.
Oh, that's pretty.
You think she'll like that?
Yeah. That's gorgeous.
That's applique. So, it comes with all of these fabrics. I think that's
gorgeous.
Really sweet.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
So,
I love that.
This is it's Make-A-Wish, designed by Wendy Shepherd.
Love that.
I may just do that then.
I like that.
Because I haven't seen anything that just screams Kimber, but that does to me, so.
Speaking of, there's, Facebook Messenger is coming up with some new things. They have a meeting room, which like a certain number of people that all have Messenger can log on at the same time, kind of like Zoom.
Yeah.
But you're doing it through Messenger. And now they have a kids one that goes through a parent's account. And
it's 536.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, so she's got her iPad now, and she's got her Messenger, so she's been sending me videos and stuff all day. It's awesome. Because she can't read or write,
Yeah.
But it lets her draw. It has little masks, like they can talk as themselves or something else. A photo and then a microphone. She's really good at holding the microphone, and then she'll talk and then send it.
Her world of communication just opened up.
Yeah. So me, Dean, and her other grannies have been keeping her well entertained. So I'm loving it.
So are you all in the room together?
No,
or is it individual?
It's actually I just get a notification on my Messenger and it says, Kimber, and I click it and it either comes as a picture or video, just like if you and I were doing it.
Okay.
But somehow it goes through Ashley's account. She manages it.
I see. For safety.
She's only got Ashley picks the contacts and she can't add one because it's got to go through,
I see. Yeah.
Anyway, safety measures or whatever. But yeah, I got some tomatoes down in the canner that I better go peek at. Hopefully the water's still at a boiling level. It's my first time of using the stove. Not just using it to can, but actually the first time using it. So
exciting.
I'm a little unsure.
Well,
just gotta make sure.
Go check it out.
All right. Well, we'll see y'all guys pretty soon.
Bye.